she had that Navy last year. So she said, told her mama, I want to give this to somebody else that can use it because I'm not a baby grandma. So she want her to give it to somebody else that can use it. Because Carol was telling he told him all he had a tablet. He said it was too slow. Now what do you know about something too slow? Please. So she can't make it. She wants the phone, but she can't. She told her dad that she would come and stay with him and watch the phone. He said, "You ain't got to worry about it." So then she said, so now she wants the she got an iPod for her birthday, so now she can FaceTime and receive email.
Exactly.
I sent her a card, and she told her mom, she said, well, I prefer to get my card in the mail, because I kept asking her to get my card. And so she told Karen, go back out to the mailbox, because you brought my card. I go get 2 cards, Papa sent me a card, Grandma sent me a card. And I said, I'm not talking about the card. I said to your email. She didn't want that.
I meant to look up before I left upstairs. Not even a chance on paper. Okay.
Is that Fred Shop? He got some new glass. I told Juan, I said, he got them glass be too big. I saw him on the TV, too big for his face. Glass. Why they like that? They're all right to some people. He too little. Raphael said, I'm like an old man. That's something Cameron looks like a little lighter than on TV. Cameron's making him look a little lighter. Oh, because of the bright lights. Yeah. Yeah, that's him. I ain't seen his wife lately. He little too.
Cameron apparently must have got 10 minutes weight on him.
Beverly.
All rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so on that. Mayor Bell, Mayor Pro Tem Cole McFadden, Councilmember Brown, Councilmember Katati, Councilmember Moffitt, and Councilmember Shule.
would like to present a proclamation this evening in reference to Pulmonary Hypertension Awareness Month, and would ask Jana Wall if she would join me, please, and family. Whereas the health of our community's people is the foundation for a caring and productive society, and our future rests with our ability to adequately treat and ultimately find cures for individuals who are afflicted with a variety of illnesses, including pulmonary hypertension. Whereas pulmonary hypertension, known as PH, is a rare disorder causing intolerable blood pressure levels in arteries between the lungs and heart. And whereas in 2001, there were 3,000 PH patients receiving treatment from 100 PH treating physicians. In just 5 years, those numbers have grown to an estimated 30,000 patients and 3,000 treating physicians, whereas there are at least as many undiagnosed as diagnosed patients, whereas treatment PH patients live an average of 2.8 years past diagnosis. With early diagnosis and effective treatment, the order can be managed for 20 years or more. Whereas education can help with early diagnosis and funding for research can help find a cure. Whereas the PH Association is a nonprofit organization that seeks ways to prevent and cure pulmonary hypertension, to provide hope for the PH community through support, education, advocacy, and awareness. Now, therefore, I, William V. Bill Bell, Mayor of the City of Durham, North Carolina, do hereby proclaim November 2013 as Pulmonary Hypertension Awareness Month in Durham, and hereby urge all citizens to take special note of this observance and recognize the seriousness of this disease and the meritorious work of the PH Association to find a cure. And witness my hand, Corporate Seal of the City of Durham, North Carolina. This is the 4th day of November 2013. And I'd like to present this to Ms. Wall and her family, and certainly for any comments that you might have. Thank you.
On behalf of our family, as well as many other families that are affected by this disease, I just wanted to extend a heartfelt thank you with your support in helping us raise awareness for this disease. With increased awareness, eventually comes increased funding, which increases research, which would eventually lead to a cure. So we definitely appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. For any comments by members of the council, recognize the mayor, Councilwoman Cotati.
Oh, a new job, huh? Sorry. Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to encourage everyone to go out and vote tomorrow. These are very important municipal elections, and I would like to encourage you to vote for my colleagues and to fill the seat of Councilman Clement, who has served the city so well for many years. That was one point. And the second point is on the consent agenda. The deer hunting by bow is on the agenda, and because of state law, this needs to be a unanimous decision. So I just wanted to register my personal dissatisfaction with the item, but I will be voting yes because I don't need to block it. So thank you.
Thank you. Are there other comments by council members that represent Councilman Moffitt?
Yes, I just wanted to say that on Saturday, one of the several things that I got to do was to go out and visit. I wasn't able to participate this time, but to visit with all of the people who were building the playground at Oakwood. There were well over 300 community volunteers out there. They looked like they were having a great time. They worked really hard, and they did a terrific job for the city and for the community in building that neighborhood. I know a number of my colleagues were there. I know Steve Schul was actually out there working hard, and I just wanted to appreciate everyone who did, and just say it's part of why I love living in Durham, is seeing that kind of community action.
Thank you. Recognize the Mayor Pro Tem.
Good evening. I attended an event at North Carolina Central University, I think it was on Thursday, where the North Carolina Central University and the Prince Hall Shriners Foundation announced that they would jointly host and sponsor one North Carolina Central University home football game for each of the next 2 seasons, and they are actually uplifting, raising awareness of diabetes. And the games will be billed as the Prince Hall Shriners Diabetes Football Classic. And they could have gone to any other city where there was a historically black university, but they chose North Carolina Central University in Durham for this event. And so I hope that the city will be able to do whatever we can to help with this event. It will be in the 14-15 football season. So that will bring a lot of business to Durham, and of course, it will bring a lot of notoriety to this great university. Thank you very much.
I had an opportunity this evening to meet with some visitors from Kenya. They're here visiting not only Durham, they'll be moving to Boston tomorrow, but the purpose of the visit was to look at our city in terms of how we are dealing with innovation, technology, and how our relationships are with the universities in our area. And one of them is filming back there this evening, but they're here with the State Department, as I understand it. But they will be doing a documentary back in Kenya once they've completed their visit here in the States. And we certainly welcome them. Appreciate having an opportunity to spend some time with them this evening. I would ask, are there priority items by the city manager?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, everyone. No priority items.
Likewise, the city attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. No priority items.
Likewise, the city clerk.
No items, Mr. Mayor.
We'll proceed with the agenda this evening. The consent agenda items can be moved for single vote unless a council member or a member of the public pulls an item. Then we'll discuss that later in the agenda. And I'll just read the heading of each one. Item 1 is approval of city council minutes. Item 2 is Durham City County Appearance Commission appointment. Item 3 is the Durham Open Space and Trails Commission appointment. Item 4 is Human Relations Commission appointments. Item 5 is street acceptance. Item 6 is adopt preliminary assessment rolls and set public hearings for confirmation of assessment rolls for water main and sewer main on Wedgewood Lane. Item 7 is the permit application review process performance audit September 2013. Item 8 is a request to carry over funds from fiscal year 2012-2013 to fiscal year 2013-2014, and to amend the FY 2013-14 budget and other budget, grant, and capital project ordinances. Item 9 is ordinance amendment to permit bow hunting of deer. Item 10 is amendment to public-private redevelopment agreement between the City of Durham and CPGPI Regency Urban Development LLC. Want to pull that? Make it now.
Mr. Mayor, on item 10, I wanted to thank the administration for including 2 of the 3 and the major recommendations from the BPAC that we had discussed at the work session. The one that they did not include is a small item which members of the BPAC wanted, which is some more bicycle racks on 9th Street, which I think we do need. I know there's some concerns. I talked to Kevin Dick this morning, and I appreciate it. There's some concerns having to do with ADA requirements and some of the state DOT requirements. This is a state road, and it's a complicated regulatory kind of situation, but I hope that if those can be worked out, that we're able to go ahead and put those racks in when we do the streetscape. It's a small expenditure. I think they're about $150 a piece. 5 or 6 of them would make a lot of difference. So it's a small item. It's a little bit in the weeds, but I just did want to mention that to the administration. If we can do it, I hope we will. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Item 11 is Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration Grant Project Ordinance and Contract with Alliance Behavioral Health Care. Item 12 is Bid Report September 2013. Item 13 is a co-op contract purchase for 2 motor graders. Item 14 is water extension agreement with Mr. Donald Aiken to serve 1726 Hamlin Road. Item 15 is contract SG 2013-01, stormwater infrastructure repairs and improvements. Item 16 is agreement between the City of Durham and North Carolina State University for support of the Triangle Regional Model Development, Enhancement, and Maintenance. Item 20 can be found on the general business agenda of public hearings. Entertain a motion for the approval of consent agenda item.
Move, please.
Been properly moved and second. Madam Clerk, will you open the vote? Close the vote.
It passes 6-0.
On the general business agenda, public hearings, assessments, and improvements. Item 20, public hearing on the mini assessment rolls for water main in the Valley Springs Road area.
Good evening, Mayor Bell, Mayor Pro Tem Cole McFadden, members of council. I'm Marvin Williams. Item 20 is to conduct a public hearing and receive comments on the confirmation of the mini assessment rolls for water mains on Valley Springs Road, Forestdale Drive, and Rose Road, which were continued from a previous public hearing. Staff recommends that the City Council find that the properties of Jonna T. Forster, R&K Real Estate, and Bell S. Browning, as shown on the attached mini rolls, have not benefited from the water main improvements at this time, and to grant relief from the assessment with the provision that the applicable water frontage charges will be due and payable at the prevailing rate should these properties connect to city water in the future, in accordance with the assessment relief policy.
Any questions? This is a public hearing. Is anyone in the public that would like to speak on this item? This has been a public hearing matter. Let the record reflect no one in the public asked to speak. I will declare the public hearing to be closed. Matters back before the council. It's been properly moved and second. Madam Clerk, will you open the vote? Close the vote.
It passes 6-0.
Are there any other matters to come before the council? If not, the meeting's adjourned at 7:15 p.m. Thank you.